We're back for another Wine Down Wednesday. We have another couple of new delicious wines that we've never had before. They're new to the site as well. They are both Scout Circle Unlocked wines. They're normally part of the wine club, and right now we still have the special going on until Monday the 15th. If you are not a member of the Scout Circle Wine Club, you can get these wines and at a 20% discount if you order by Monday, April 15th.
Too cold.
I know you hate when I chill the white wines this much, but if you happen to join the Scout Circle Wine Club or you're already a member, you can enjoy these wines naturally because you're a member of the club. But the 20% off sale is extended for you all the way through the end of this month. So great incentive, lots of reasons to sign up for the Scout Circle Wine Club, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But we are going to be starting with, we have the Fieldhouse 301 2023 vintage of the Sauvignon Blanc. This is from California. So I'm discovering, yes, I love a good Sauvignon Blanc, and I like crisper, a little bit lighter kind of wine. So this is normally $27 a bottle, but right now with the sale, it is $21.60.
Actually, it's not bad. You know, it's cold, but it's getting warmer.
It's described as earthy and crisp.
Yeah, it is.
Or do you like? I want to see. Are you getting any kind of flavor notes right off the bat?
It's a little crisp when it's cold. Like it's not fully cold. It's just you can tell the bottle's starting to sweat. But again, when it's room temperature, it's probably not that good. It's got to be a little bit cold. You know?
Yeah, and it's got it to give it that like crisper kind of.
No, it's got a little bite. I like it.
It's real light though.
Yeah, it's got a little bite to it. I like it.
So described as it's 100% Sauvignon Blanc, no blend. Earthy and crisp, round and subtle, fresh pineapple, green mango, papaya, flint, and a zesty lemon peel finish. I get a little hint of lemon. Mm-hmm. I'm not really getting like the mango or papaya, but I do have some pineapple for us to sample along with this wine. I figure pear would probably go well with it too.
Yeah. So no, it's actually good cold. A little bit colder.
I know, I like this. So it says, it all started with Guinness McFadden. From our grower partner that brought us Dove Hunt Dog comes a new, very limited Sauvignon Blanc from the best grapes in the vineyard. Tropical, peachy, definitely not like New Zealand. It's an age-worthy Sauvignon. Grab it while you can. Pairs well with lemon pepper chicken, ceviche, citrus salad, key lime pie, and Sunday brunch. After I saw they had Publix had a key lime pie, a full-size key lime pie, but it was like $9, and I was like, I do not need a whole key lime pie.
Wait, if you got it, you know what you do?
I would eat it. That's the problem.
That's the problem. A bag of Doritos. If I buy a bag of Doritos, I'm going to eat them. Mm-hmm. They're going to be eaten.
And I know I'm not supposed to eat them.
Mindlessly looking at things and eating them. Mm-hmm. So it's like sometimes I have to stop to myself. Stop.
There really is nothing but like chemicals and just not good stuff for your body.
Well, I mean, I love Doritos, but you know, we have some of my fresh yellow tomatoes that I grew. Yes, from his tomato plant. We have some Boar's Head Everroast chicken. Mm-hmm. Because this does pair well with different kinds of poultry. Obviously, lemon pepper would be fantastic. I get that many daily from 4 plants. More than that, every single day.
So a little bit of more information about this wine, the Soil to Sip report. It says it was sourced from 2 vineyards up to 19 years old, both meeting clean crafted commitment. The fruit was picked during the coolest parts of the evening and early morning to preserve the varietal's vibrant acidity, earthy characteristics. It fermented separately by vineyard in stainless steel for 7 to 21 days, capturing distinct vineyard character. It aged in stainless steel to maintain freshness and the lovely aromatics of Sauvignon Blanc. It is bottled with sustainable cork, lighter glass, and cross-flow filtered for enhanced stability and clarity.
You know what's funny is you don't notice the darker glass on this one. This is darker glass in that one.
I see. We got to compare once we pour some of the red out of there because obviously the red is going to make the glass look darker. I don't know. We'd have to test that out.
I wonder if it is darker.
Yeah, we'll have to test that out. So the ingredients for this wine are grapes, yeast, tartaric acid, and sulfites. Every wine has sulfites in it. Again, the clean crafted are typically going to have a little bit less.
Right.
So, yeah, this is a nice light. Anything in particular that you're tasting this with that kind of like makes it even better?
The chicken, the horseradish cheese. She's not going to eat it, but it's horseradish cheddar. It's really good. Really good with this.
This is really good too with the caramelized onion jack cheese.
Yep. This is definitely a cheese wine. Cheese wine. Cheese wine. Say it right.
There you go.
It's been a long day.
Oh yeah, I love this with the Everest chicken.
It's good.
That's really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna try a little bit with the pineapple. I'll go a little bit lighter.
You know, I'm not a huge pineapple fan.
Yeah.
I like pineapple, but it's got to be like I have to eat like chunks of it like that. But I really don't like pineapple on ham.
I definitely could see this with like a Sunday brunch. I don't know that I would do this with like towards like pancakes and things like that, but definitely if you're doing like an omelet and some fresh fruit, I definitely think this would be fantastic for a brunch.
Yeah. And definitely chill it to at least 55 degrees, I'd say.
Oh, it definitely the pineapple does bring out a little bit more of almost like a sweetness.
I just ate some peppers.
Sweet peppers. I'm gonna try it with the hummus.
It's funny. Wow, tastes different with the peppers.
Okay.
Yeah, it has a little bit of a different. I've been growing things. Peppers do not grow well down here. This odd strain of yellow mini pear tomatoes
are growing like out of control.
Like weeds. I mean, I actually have like 6 plants, and they're not dying. I water them every day. I go out there every single day and I water them, and I get at least 10 to 12 tomatoes every single day. Imagine if you had 20 of those plants, you'd have tomatoes for everybody.
Yeah.
And there's no pesticides, no nothing.
And they're great to cut up to put onto salads. He's actually like pureed some of them and made sauce.
Made marinara, yellow marinara, which she liked.
It's delicious, and no, you can't beat fresh. There's nothing better than fresh.
Oh yeah.
So this wine is a few more of the stats. 103 calories per 5-ounce serving. So for those of you that are kind of like watching your sugar intake, it is 0.08 grams of carbs per 5-ounce serving, 0 grams of fat, vegan and gluten free. Let's see, what else is there? It's 12.5% alcohol, and the residual sugar is 0.53 grams per liter, so pretty low. And it is 74 parts per milliliter of sulfites.
With lower alcohol content.
12.5%. I think some of the wines that we had last week, were they 12.5 or were they 14.5?
That's 14.5, that one.
Oh, okay.
The red.
Okay.
But
I think the new amp wines that we had.
They're 14.
I think they were 14 or 14.5.
Boy, those were good.
Yeah.
My God, those were good.
We had to order some more of them, and I just placed another big order because I was taking advantage of the Scout Circle unlocked wines.
I've got more coming.
The discount, I know.
Oh yeah.
Big order coming in. So I'm a fan of this one. I think I would order it again.
I am too.
It's light enough. Some of the Sauvignon Blancs,
2023.
It's a very new vintage. We have lots of Sauvignon Blancs on.
I didn't like the one the previous year.
There's an Etnico Sauvignon Blanc that I just got. That's also a new one. We did an Etnico Chardonnay recently, and I was kind of like, It was okay. It wasn't my favorite.
This is good.
I normally like Etnico wines, and that one I just kind of thought was average. This Sauvignon Blanc, I like it. So I'm curious to compare to the Etnico Sauvignon Blanc.
You know it's good when you keep drinking it.
Yes.
If you stop drinking it, it's not good.
This is just a great come home, pour yourself a glass while you're unwinding from after work, but it
dinner.
also pairs well with,
sitting out back, relaxing.
It doesn't say specifically fish on here, but you think of like when they say lemon pepper chicken.
It'd be good with fish.
You just squeeze a little bit of any kind of like shellfish or anything. I think would go great with this too.
Maybe scallops and butter and garlic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't lean like heavier buttery, but the lemon kind of aspect of it.
Yeah, the lemon undertones would definitely be great with like bacon wrapped scallops. Mm-hmm. In butter.
So.
Yikes.
Busy weeks. Just natural, just work.
Yes.
So it's nice to take a little pause.
Yes.
And break tonight and do something a little bit different and get adventurous.
Yes.
It's always fun when we get to sample new wines.
Yes, you don't talk to me anymore.
Yes, I do. You were napping today when I was on my break, and I had a meeting before school and after school today. All I could envision was you just try to like scoop that out of there, and it goes gelatinous. Flying across the room.
It's gelatinous. It's like firm. It's not soft and squishy.
I know it. Yep. That's why I got that out, so you could spread it onto the cracker.
It's very expensive, too. It's like very expensive, like imported.
I don't know, maybe if it comes to room temperature a little bit more, because it's been in the refrigerator.
Even when it was at room temp, look, it's room temperature now, look. It's like...
Well, that's why I got you that, so you could spread it onto the crackers.
It's not like
if you
jelly.
try to put the cracker in there, the cracker's just going to snap off.
See, look. It's not like jelly.
I don't know.
Good, though. I mean, it's plum paste. It's made from fresh plums, I guess. Well...
I think it's got some sugar in there, too, to make it...
Beggars can't be choosers.
Gelatinous.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So...
I have a dog. It's funny. I went to Sun Creek the other night, and my friends brought their 2 Great Danes. I don't know how people do it. These 2 gigantic dogs. I don't know how you do it, honestly. Like, in this house, could you do 2 Great Danes?
I cannot. All I can handle is the small dog.
No, but you would definitely have to take them out for a walk.
Oh, yes.
Every day.
Yes.
Because you have mountains of shit everywhere. You know what I mean?
Well, yes, but yes, you have to take them outside. My neighborhood also has like the little fenced-in like dog area where you can like unleash them and just let them run.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have the issue of she is not fixed, so and she's not currently in heat. But I always get a little iffy about her being around like male dogs.
Well, yeah, and she humps my cat all the time.
I don't.
So,
it's like a weird thing. I don't know what she's doing and why she does it, but
she does. She humps Beulah too.
Well,
My mother's dog.
Yeah, I don't. She thinks she's bigger than she actually is. But
and Beulah is a female.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay,
Isn't that
so
funny?
Enough about that. I am ready to move on to the red.
You are.
If you are ready. So we have a few other things that I put out here tonight that I thought would go well with this. So we also have a lot of new wines from this label. It's called Hushkeeper. They had a really fantastic white wine before that I absolutely loved. But they sold out of it, and you just have to wait until they grow some more of those kinds of grapes. But this one that we are sharing with you tonight is the Hushkeeper. I believe this is the Zinfandel. Yep, this is the Zinfandel that I picked for tonight. There's also a red and a Cabernet Sauvignon. So this is the first Hushkeeper of all these new wines that we are trying, and then we will sample some of the other ones in some future videos.
What is this one?
This is a Zinfandel.
Oh, the Zinfandel. I was going to say the lighter color.
This is, Zinfandel normally is like a jammier, like a darker red. It's not as light as a Pinot Noir.
It pours light. When you pour it, it looks lighter, but then in the glass, look. It doesn't look, it looks darker.
It's purple. It definitely looks purple. So this is the 2022 vintage, and this is from Mendocino County, California.
Feels good with the meatballs.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to give that a try. So this is normally $34 a bottle, but right now it is currently on sale for $27.20. So quite a deal for this type of wine. So this is 100% Zinfandel, not a blend. It's described as fruity and bold with bursting aromas, sweet cherry, red and black fruits, dried herbs, mint, and has a savory, complex finish. It says herbs, so I thought maybe it might lean a little bit with pasta sauce. Mm-hmm. They recommend with a kind of a slightly different direction, which I am not a fan of. So we'll just go with the Italian.
I drink any type of red with pasta. That's the way I was raised.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we've got some meatballs, some beef meatballs here. Mm-hmm. My sauce. Pretty good, huh?
Of course. I love your homemade meatballs better than
I know. But these are bagged meatballs.
When you're in a pinch, but it's still fresh sauce. We had to eat them,
right.
Okay, so Zinfandel has been the American wine for over 150 years. So when Hushkeepers during Prohibition were sneaking wine, this is what they were sneaking. This wine is an instant California classic. It is not overly jammy. Some Zinfandels are. It's Zinfandel like they made in the night. Dark chocolates, and it says vacation cookouts. I would venture to say any kind of like smoked or grilled meat would probably go really well with this. Bison burgers I find interesting. We have the Hangry Bison over in downtown Winter Garden. Yeah. You can actually get a bison burger from there as well as some other game meat.
But could we bring a bottle of wine in there?
I don't know if you can or not. I would venture to say probably yes. They seem to be a little bit more accommodating.
A lot of places do let you do it, but there's been a few we've mentioned.
Some of the bigger chains get really
the chains, because they make so much money on wine, on the mainstream wines. They're making like 900% profit on those wines. They don't want you bringing wine.
Ooh, with the meatballs, it really brings out the herbs.
It's good, isn't it?
Of this wine. When I have it with the meatballs, I don't get jammy at all. It definitely is the herbs totally take over the flavor of it. So, guys, I gotta try it with a few other things.
And the sharp cheddar is awesome because that brings out different flavors as well. But yes, with pasta, garlicky pasta sauce, awesome. So again, you can drink Zinfandel with pasta.
I'm really curious now how this would read with
how about a yellow tomato?
With a smoky meat. I have some beef jerky over here. I was complaining before that it's one that I've never tried before, and it's like literally like peppery and spicy, so it's not my favorite, but it's smoked. So I'm curious. I was trying to cleanse my palate with a tater tot.
With a tater tot.
So I'm curious to see. So I have the dried cherries. I have the we haven't had these in a while. The chocolate covered espresso beans.
Yeah.
But which probably would go. I thought maybe the plum, even though it doesn't talk about that particular flavor note in there. I figured that would probably go pretty well with it.
It's good with meatballs. It's good with extra sharp cheddar. The yellow tomatoes. I love the yellow tomatoes, but those definitely go better with the
white.
With the blonde. Yeah.
Okay. So the soil sip report for this wine. It's sourced from 2 long-standing clean-crafted vineyards with vines ranging over 100 years in age. Holy cow, 100 years old.
The vines.
Yeah, wow. that produce these grapes. The grapes were harvested at night, early morning, to capture optimal freshness and the varietal character of Zinfandel. They were fermented by vineyard and stainless steel for 14 to 21 days to preserve unique vineyard characteristics. They were aged for 11 months in stainless steel for maximum freshness and enhanced aromatics. So you think about the process and the time that it takes to create these wines. Mm-hmm. So you might look at that and say, wow, that's kind of an expensive bottle of wine. It's definitely more expensive than what I would just buy up at the store. But because of the process and the fact that they don't add all of the chemicals and extra like yucky stuff to these wines, that is what makes it such a great value.
You get what you pay for.
Especially right now when you get it at 20% off.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Just, you can go back to the Carrabba's incident, ordering a $27 glass of their finest Italian red Zin, and it was terrible. It was horrible. Just horrible.
Okay, so now that we poured a little bit of the red out, when you look at this glass versus that one, no, it says this was bottled under the lighter color glass.
You think so?
As well. That's what it says in the description. Oh. It's bottled under sustainable cork again. It says cross-flow filtered for enhanced stability and clarity, again, like the other wine. The ingredients of this wine are grape yeast, malolactobacteria, and sulfites. So, let me try a little bit of the beef jerky.
That beef jerky isn't the best.
It is not the best.
It's not the best.
I only bought it because it said it was grass-fed, so I was kind of like, oh, maybe the quality is a little bit better. It's like gritty or mushy.
Too organic-y.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Organic is.
You do get that smoky flavor, right?
A little.
I'm curious how that's going to play off. I just want to try.
I know, you can try. Taste. It's not like my friend Nick's homemade beef jerky. Lives in my neighborhood. I'm ordering some. He's going to have some.
Okay, this wine takes on a completely different taste.
With what?
When you have it with a smoked meat.
Really?
As opposed to this over here, which brings out a lot more of the herby flavor to it.
Really?
Okay, so I'm going to...
You're going to do the plumbing? I'm
going to do that, but I do want to try some of the regular sharp cheddar.
The horseradish?
No, that's the horseradish over there. It makes your nose run.
My nose is running right now.
Yeah.
So I have some of the zing sauce.
So while I'm chewing, I'm going to talk with my mouth full. This is 14.5% alcohol. It is 0.58 grams per liter of residual sugar. 119 calories per 5-ounce serving, so a little bit higher. And it is 0.09 grams of carbs per 5-ounce serving, 0 grams of fat.
Let me try some of these.
73 parts per milliliter of sulfites. That's a little bit higher for a red.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 73 is a little bit higher for a red. But that's fine.
It is higher.
So again, the flavor notes are cherry, blackberry, herbs, and mint.
But you're not going to get a headache.
No, I don't think so. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, I was going to share a little bit. So the name Hushkeeper. It's a really fun story. Hushkeeper, talking about like in Prohibition days, which I talked about a little bit before. So that's what the hush shopkeepers, that's what they were called when they would sell alcohol.
I find that interesting.
During Prohibition. So here's a fun little story. So it says, down the alley, then make a left. Approach the red door under the yellow lantern. Knock 4 times, twice slow, then twice fast. Speak the password, close your eyes, and you're in. It says, welcome to the world of Hushkeeper, a collection of delicious wine inspired by the secrecy of the 1920s. Ooh, it's like forbidden. Amid the Prohibition era, when alcohol sales were forbidden, hush shopkeepers, also called Hushkeepers, became the only source of alcohol in America. Sleek in design and bold in flavor, this brand celebrates a time in history when our favorite beverages were only accessible through hidden clues and secret code.
My son used to work at a speakeasy.
Frankly, we're glad that part of our history is history.
Do you remember that when he worked at the...
I do, I remember.
What was it called? Hanson's? Or no, it was the library. You walked into the library and
yes.
the door would open to an elevator.
There was a special, like a book that you had to, it was like a lever that you had to pull and it would open the door. And you had to know the password even get up the elevator to get to the fake library.
The host would stand there and you had to know the password.
Uh-huh.
And of course Nate knew all the passwords.
Right.
He worked there.
So great. All of the wines on the Scout and Cellar site, all of the growers, they have these really like cute names and interesting names that that tell a story about the wines. They're all pretty much like family-owned, smaller boutique vineyards. And again, that's why when you get through a vintage, when they sell out, it's gone. And you have to wait until they produce another crop. So like I said, there was a Hushkeeper, I don't know if it was like a bubbly of some kind or if it was just a white. I can't remember what it was, but there was a particular wine that I absolutely loved, and when it sold out, it sold out. And they haven't produced another one yet. They're probably in the process of still growing the grapes to be able to get another vintage out.
It's really, really good. And, you know, here's the problem with us. We talk about ordering a lot of it, but we drink a lot of it. It's like we don't keep it long. It doesn't stay here long.
No, it doesn't.
It goes out.
We don't drink any other wine. Literally, I've tried. When we go out to a restaurant,
I did too.
Try to order a glass, and it used to be wines that I absolutely loved. But now that I know what wine is supposed to taste like, I cannot stand the taste. You can taste the chemicals and the other stuff that they like. It puts you off. And this is literally the only wine that we drink.
Almost, I liken it to driving. Again, driving a brand new Corvette versus driving a Hyundai Sonata. No insult to Sonata drivers, just get in a Corvette, drive it, then drive a Sonata. Tell me what you think.
I'd love to drive a brand new Corvette. It has to be manual. I can't drive stick.
Well, automatic, you mean?
That's what I meant. Yes.
Yes, you could drive. You would love it, wouldn't you?
Yes. So the dried cherries definitely bring out more of the fruity, like jammy kind of taste.
So when I buy a brand new yellow 2024 Corvette,
brand new,
you can pull it to work with it.
I swear
don't drive it to work.
Those cars are like spaceships.
They are. You could drop off Davis.
Oh my God! Go through car line, driving them.
Yellow Corvette.
Oh my gosh! You know, there's a kid at his school, a student, who drives a blue Corvette to school every day.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
His parents must make a lot of money.
I guess so.
You know?
Davis told me he heard about that kid, and that apparently he let one of his friends drive the car, and then he got grounded for a month when his parents found out that he let somebody else drive the car.
Well, with all due respect, in fairness, I had a 1979 red Z28. And it was back then, it was hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I earned it, though. I earned that car. Because not only did I work for my parents, both of my parents, but my stepfather said to me, I had B's and C's in high school. She had A's, straight A's, honor roll. My stepfather said to me, you want that car? He had it out in the garage for a year. Had sitting in the garage. We'd go out there and start it.
Like, he didn't buy it for himself, did he?
He bought it as a collection, as part of the collection. And he had it out there, and I would sit in that car every single day. I was 15 years old. I would sit in that car every single day.
Couldn't drive it. You would just sit in it.
I'd go out there and I'd buff the leather. I'd rub the car. I would love the car.
Mm-hmm.
He saw that. My mother saw that. And one day he said to me, "You want that car?" And I was like, "Yeah, what do I got to do?" He goes, "You get high honor roll next quarter, it's yours." And he goes, "Ha ha ha, fuck you, you're never going to do it." I did it. I did it. I got the SATs 12 or 1360. 1360 on the SATs.
Mm-hmm.
And once he saw that, because he thought I was going to go to Syracuse.
Oh,
Because he said if I had high honor roll for my junior, senior year, he'd pay for Syracuse.
Yeah.
And he could just write a check. He had the money.
Yeah.
But you know what though? I'm glad I didn't go to Syracuse. Because that would have made me a different person. I would have been a different person. Because I'm telling you right now, it's like some of these people, they go to these big time universities, no disrespect, but you think you go in there and you think you're special and everybody's paying for everything. But I can tell you this, I went to a community college, but earning that car, but then I had to continue earning.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, if you want to keep driving that car, you are going to continue to work. I didn't get straight A's, obviously, the whole time, but a lot of life happened.
Yes.
Life happened in my senior year.
Yes.
So.
That was a good motivator for you, though.
But don't ever challenge me.
It's interesting about the difference between college learning and getting a degree versus real life learning and getting experience, and depending on the career that you're choosing, which one might be better for you. And I love Mike Rowe, who does Dirty Jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he really he sends scholarships for kids to be able to
be a plumber,
right, to go into the trades
HVAC,
and go to trade school,
right?
Because we still need those people. Those jobs are still very valuable, and quite frankly, those people make more money than I do as a teacher with a degree and 23 years of experience.
125,000 years a plumber.
Yeah.
A welder, 100,000.
It's
$100,000.
It's really quite something special. So I just wanted to interject again about the wine. Had it with the cherries, the dried cherries, fantastic. With the chocolate covered espresso beans, phenomenal.
I haven't done that.
That's really good. The plum stuff, doesn't really do anything for me. Okay, so just to recap, with this red wine, smoked meats, awesome. Any kind of like barbecue cookout, this is your wine.
Goosebumps.
I know, with the chocolate, right?
Yeah, with the goosebumps.
It's delicious.
Goosebumps.
But also, if you want to go a different route with to bring out more of like the herb flavor, you definitely get that. If you're kind of going more Mediterranean, if you're going like with the pasta sauce that already has like its own herbs, it definitely enhances those flavors. So lots of different ways you can go.
Dark chocolate espresso beans.
Yes.
You want to talk about deep taste and flavor?
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
I mean, that just gives me goosebumps.
The tingles.
Oh, wow. I'm like, wow, Wednesday night. Yeah, baby.
So both of these wines, fantastic, brand new to the Scout and Cellar site. Definitely look around. We have a lot of new wines out there. We can only do so many for you in each of the videos every week, but we'll keep them coming the next several weeks. But definitely take a peek on there. Take a look at all of the Scout Circle unlocked wines that everybody has access to, even if you're not a member of the wine club right now. What was that?
I got hair in my mouth.
Okay.
But we're doing a wine party on the 27th,
and
our pals are they watch us.
And I wanted to just tell you a little bit more too about the benefits of joining the wine club. So you can set it up for. I know. No, he's like all over me.
She doesn't want to touch me anymore.
Yeah, I'm touching you right now.
Touch me.
Touch.
Give me loving.
Touch.
Give me loving.
So, in the Scout Circle Wine Club, you can choose the frequency of how often that you want the wines to be delivered. You can choose from a 4-bottle set, a 6-bottle set, or a 12-bottle set. You can choose all white, all red, or a mix. Sometimes they throw rosés in there as well.
I've done it.
It's a great way. They choose the wines for you, but it's a great way to explore and sample some things that maybe you wouldn't normally think of.
Now, we had some customers that did that, and they didn't like some, but they loved others.
Don't have the time to go scouring through the website and pick all the wines that you want.
But you can watch these videos and
automatically send them to you.
We sample them for you.
Correct.
And we can our taste buds are totally different than yours. But I will say this: that overall, the different foods that we're eating, when we say that a reaction happens like dark espresso, chocolate beans with this red, it's going to happen to you. That's definitely a definitive thing. Meatballs with garlic sauce, definitive thing.
And it changes the taste.
It's
definitely
meat.
So many options for how you want to explore
and fun.
These wines. Fun. But I also wanted to mention too, with the Scout Circle Wine Club, not only do you set up your recurring shipment, but you can also go on and order wine whenever you want, and you get to take advantage of all of the discounts that normally happen. But as a Scout Circle member, you get an extra 5% off of any a la carte order that you place. Yeah, it's a really great deal. And you get access to a lot of these wines that are not available typically on the normal wine. Yes.
Really?
I told you about that. You just weren't listening. So definitely look into it. If you need some more information, check out our Facebook page or message us through our Facebook page and or comment on the video. And we'll be happy to give you some more information.
Yes.
And we'll be adding the links for these wines as well in the comments for the video.
So, like, comment, share, and everybody have a great week and have a great weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.